putting you all on mute. Let's get started. So, lot of beautiful reflections, and I'm just hoping that from the 6 weeks back, wherever you were, and in this 6 weeks, have you known little more truth about yourself? I want to know from each one of you, just a thumbs up or in the chat window. Did you all find out little more than what you know about yourself, or it is still the same? Because that was the whole intention for me. By asking all these questions, all these reflective questions, are you able to know little more than what you know? I thought I was like this, and I now came to know that I'm like this. Only 2 of you are able to see that. Some more. Okay. Fine. So I really wanted to know that, because that itself is a great great accomplishment. Yeah. So pay more attention to these questions, and pay, if possible, write more in your journal. So that way you will start knowing so much about you. And at one point, how it was for me was I found myself so interesting. It was like I'm finding out something about a new person. Oh, I am like this. Oh, I was like this too. Or I'm capable of thinking this much, to this extent. Like that, I found myself so fascinating. I found it so interesting to know more about myself, and it still continues. That is also part of our self acceptance. We all are having such a big trouble having the self acceptance done, right? So so all these questions, all these practices, though it is like very little bit every week and a little bit to ponder, sometimes you may not get answers, but then if you just continue with the process, at one point you will really realize um, how much you mean to yourself, right, than anybody else in the world. So let's continue with that. So for this week 6 mindfulness practice, I want you to all ask this question and answer honestly. How much percentage are you able to accept yourself right now? Even if it is 20% or 90% or 100%, whatever it is, know where you are right now. Right now, how much percentage you're able to accept? Can you type in the chat window? 90%, 75, 20, 70, 10, 100, 80, 75. Good. Excellent. So you will have to find out what is that missing percentage. What is that you are not able to accept? Is it your anger, or is it your shyness, or is it your hair? Is it your skin? Exactly. What is that missing gap? If it is 70, tell me, not tell me, find out what is that missing 30%, and find out and write it in your journal. Okay, you try to find that this week. And when you are doing that mindful bathing, I know some of you have not tried it, because I had given you 2 tasks for mindfulness. I had just marked green when you shared about your complaints. But I want you to continue this mindful bathing. You might have read others' experience, right? So some of them have written it so beautifully than what I told. That is how I want to improve this. I might have told it in a certain way, but you might have made it even more beautiful. So try and do mindful bathing, continue this week. And when you take mindful bathing, go part by part and check what you are not able to accept in your physical body, what you have been abusing yourself, and who is responsible for that. So, do we wish for three eyes or two nose or 4 ears? No, right? We have accepted a human body is supposed to have two eyes and the nose in middle and mouth below that. We don't have any plan to change that design, right? But within that, I could have had little more bigger eyes. I could have had my nose like this. I could have had my skin like this. Like that, we will be doing some corrections. That is where this missing percentage is coming, right? Find out what is that you are not able to accept. Exactly. When you take bath, you start watching cell by cell. Start loving yourself, accept yourself, promise that you will take the best care of you. If any part of your body is needing your attention, ask sorry. You might have been abusing. Oh, I don't like my hands are so big. Or I some abuse you might have done to your body. Ask sorry. I want to tell a story here. I might take a little longer today. I have more to share. So I wanted to share a story here. One of my friend, hers was a love marriage, and there was so much opposition in the family side and the parents side and all that. But they got married, and after marriage, her husband's, I mean, her in-laws, they were able to mingle a lot. They were able to come home, be with them, take more charge of the family. All that was possible. But the girl's parents, they were not really very included in the family, and even they were not willing to come, something like that. So for few years, she was under this terrible trauma, and she used to think because he is a male, he is getting all that privileges. He is able to just get away with whatever happened, and then his parents are able to be normal. They're all enjoying. But only because I'm a girl, girls' parents, they are only because it is girls' parents, they are not able to mingle. They are not able to get in and she continued to think like that. And after a few years, her thought process like only because I am a girl, I'm experiencing all this problem. Okay. She continued to think so intense on that. So at one point, without even she realizing, she started hating that she's a girl and that is why all this is happening. Only because I'm a female, all this is happening. And my mother, she kept on telling that, and then she had a serious problem with her uterus. She became very anemic. She was having periods, and every time she has periods, it was going for 10-15 days, and she was becoming weaker. And she was having a lot of issues with the period cycle and uterus, and generally all that period related stuff. And she was following such a healthy eating, and she's too good in her physical exercise. So every other pieces she was doing right, but mentally she hated herself for being a female. So all her female organs, the breast, the uterus, every organ which is just specific to female organs, it started giving her a problem. So such powerful is our thought. When you start abusing your body part, it doesn't want to stay with you anymore, and it just wants to destroy itself. And whatever I'm telling, it is 100% true. You start hating your eyes or your any part of the body. You start hating your hair. It doesn't want to stay with you anymore. So such powerful is our thought. And that is why all this affirmation that I had given for your bathing ritual, it really works wonders. Initially, it might be just a monotonous dialogue, just because I told, just because it is there, you might start telling. But after few iterations, you will really get that deep in your heart. So this particular body, this vehicle that our soul is traveling in this birth, after the last day, on our last day, when we are done with this birth, we are just going to remove this body and wear another new body. Just like every time you take bath, you remember that you're removing this dress and wearing another dress, right? Like that, you are going to remove this body and take another body. It's going to go like that. So till that last date, it is our important responsibility to take care of this body. It is 20 kg more, 10 kg less. It's okay. It is still your body. I want all of you to hug yourself. Hug yourself. Hug yourself so tightly. So such practices will help you to improve on your self acceptance. Okay. That one I wanted to share. And about coming back to the complaint, I couldn't read all of yours, but I read most of it, which was shared in the beginning. I don't even remember the names. Like I just go through like that. But it is all the same. Did you all realize? All our complaints, we can put it in one basket, and all of us have all these complaints. That's what I realized. And I will tell you one tip to get rid of 50% of complaints. And all the other tips I'll tell you in the coming weeks. That one tip is decluttering your home. Most of you are getting so annoyed by looking at things not in the right place and houses in mess, right? So this decluttering activity, do it so sincerely that every object you see in the home, you start questioning. Do I really need this? Do I really need this? Because if you have like 20 decorative items, every week you have to take it and dust it and keep it, right? Otherwise, in 1 month, you will see all the sticky dust on top of it. And in another 2 months, it really lost that shine. And third month, you really want to throw away, but then because somebody gifted you, because you bought it, because it is expensive, you might be keeping it, right? So remember that all your complaints will go away by 50% just by doing decluttering. Just remove things from home. An empty house, or not really empty, but just having only what you really, really need. If that is in your vicinity, then almost half of your complaint is gone, and the rest of the half we will continue to see. But this week, as I told you, work on your self acceptance. And mm, the complaint part, I want you to ask this one question. All the complaints that you have, most of the complaints were on ourselves, right? Like most of you had written complaints about yourself and about others. How will you react if other person is doing the same complaint to you about you? Whatever you have written, if I am telling that you are lazy, you are not doing your exercise, you are not very regular, you are not having discipline. If I tell you, what will be your reaction? You will get into a defending mode like crazy. You know what all I'm doing, you know how much work I'm doing. I cannot spend time on this exercise, you know, I'm doing 100 other things. Don't you see all that? We'll get into the defending mode. But if we are the one finding about ourselves, then we don't give any explanation, right? So just continue to think in those lines, okay? And looking at all your reflection, so much that comes out of me. So this week also continue to look at the complaints part, because it takes some more time. Mm, and start working on your self acceptance. And this week, the The self-care practice or the mindfulness practice is your foot care. Okay. Every day night. So recently I had this reflection done last week. There was somebody who came from an ashram in Udumurpet, and me and my husband got that done for our feet, and it was awesome experience, such a beautiful experience. And this guy can come and do it for anybody who, if there are like 5 or 6 people, and he charged 600 rupees, and it was amazing. It was very painful, but then the final experience was so good. So I recommend that for all of you, if you can afford, or if it's possible for you. So otherwise also he told few things. Every day before you go to sleep, fill the bucket with half bucket warm water or little hot water depending on your weather condition, and put that rock salt in it, little bit of rock salt, 1 or 2 spoons of rock salt. Because if you soak in that salt warm water, it removes all the mental emotions. And so just before sleep, if you do, you'll get a very, very good sleep. Okay. Soak it for only 10 minutes, not more than that. I mean, you can keep it more than that also, but minimum 10 minutes. Just soak it. And then I thought every week, like at least this week, there are 7 days before we meet next time. I want you all to do at least 5 times. Use some pumice stone or some scraper or something you have, or even just with hands also, you can clean your feet, rub all the parts of the feet nicely, remove all the dirt. If you have cracks, then just file those cracks. Like if there is a stone for that, right? Or that the scraper thing is there. So if you have that, use it. Otherwise, with your nails also, you can clean it nicely. And all your toe nails, all the corners of the nails, and the nails itself, cut it, clean it, and nicely take care of it. Wash your legs, and at the end of after 10 minutes, when you take out, wipe it and apply some coconut oil or almond oil, something, whatever you want to apply. Express your gratitude to your feet. It has been carrying you for all your lifetime. It is standing for you wherever you want to stand for yourself. Your legs is the first thing, right? You might have so many dreams. Your legs is helping you to take you to those dreams, helps you to meet those dreams. Pamper your legs. You do a self massage. And this reflexology, if you're interested, I will share the contact later. I mean, that's just an optional one, but whoever can afford it, you can go for it. And treat yourself royally, because you deserve a royal treatment. And always keep your feet clean. So this week it is the foot care. Okay. I took very long time for the mindfulness. Um, the next one is decluttering. I will come back to the know what you want. So for decluttering, I see a need for another week for all of us to do one more round of decluttering in our dresses. Okay. I'm still not satisfied because most of the after picture looks like before picture. Okay. So what I'm trying to tell is, do it one more round. Okay. Say suppose you are going on a tour for some Hawaii or some place for 3 months. You are allowed to take only 5 plus 3 plus 3, or that 5 plus 5 plus 5, whatever I told you, and keep only 5 plus 5 plus 5. Nothing else should be on the wardrobe. Try that. Okay. So take this one more week. Do your saris, dresses, western wear, inner dress, your kurtis, all of it. We did it in categories, right? Last 2 weeks. Let's do, and let's be done with this category. We will not come back again for this dresses. Okay. And at the end of your decluttering, take that entire picture of your wardrobe, if possible, and share it. I understand some of you might not be willing to share that part, but it's okay. Just mention in the group that I am done with decluttering if you don't want to share. But sharing really helps. Okay. If possible, please share that with your wardrobe wardrobe picture, I want you to keep a target of reducing it by 50%. Whatever you had before, it should be at least 50% reduced, and you should see space. I keep telling, right? There should be space to breathe, space in the wardrobe. It should not be completely filled with dresses. Okay. So this week also we will do it. And remember, you should be doing it every quarter later. Okay. And if you want to take help from your family members, check one more time. Is this really what I want? Is this what I want? Or am I keeping it for a for a rainy day, for a later rainy day? And make sure you promise yourself, I am not going to clutter it again. So what I should be doing? I am not buying. My buying tendency or the buying pattern is going to change. I will always postpone it for a month. If I want to buy something, think about it. In that 1 month, think about it. Do I really need? Why I need that? Am I going to replace it? Keep it in the wish list. Did I really use whatever I have already? And even at the end of that 1 month, if I really want to buy, I will only replace. When one thing comes in, one thing will go out. I will refuse the gifts, and I deserve only good, clean, crisp clothes. And if I have any old, torn, faded cloth, or that is not making me feel royal, I don't want to keep it. Right? So change your buying pattern. And what I did was last year beginning, I bought, not last year, 2 years back, that one December I bought few dresses for the everyday wear. And then this year, what I did, I removed those five and then replaced with five new ones. So the entire year last year, I was wearing the same five dresses for Monday to Friday. I mean, here and there will be change, but often I was repeating the dresses, and I felt so good to repeat the dress. As long as it is clean and good, I didn't mind wearing it. So that is about your decluttering for this week. So we will do the same category, but we will do it more intensely, and we will fix our buying pattern. And because when you spend so much time on decluttering what you already have, when you go to the shops, you don't feel like spending more time, even more time to buy things, right? So you get a lot of time, and then this mess that is around you is actually making you complain. As this mess gets cleared, as you don't see much things, if you see, why do you feel so good when you go to the terrace, or when you go to the beach, or when you go and see a very huge open space? You suddenly feel so calm, right? That's because of that space energy. And all we're trying to do here is building space around us and inside us, right? Okay. So that is about the decluttering, but I hope it is pretty clear. So we are going to repeat it, but then we will do it very intensely. We will do all the dresses of ours at one shot, and we will not come back to this category again. Okay. Okay. Coming to this, know what you want. I hope all of you are reading this 3 plus 3 plus 3 pointers, because every day you will do one step for these three. I still see some of these 3 plus 3 plus 3 are very generic. Like, I want to, very generic. I don't remember it right now, but it was all very generic. Okay, try to make it specific. So, suppose if you have written, I want to do a clean eating. So, today, what am I going to do? Am I going to take fruits for breakfast? Am I going to eat more vegetable? Make that action, like plan that action for that day. Okay, so when you read it in your mind, you will know what you will be doing about it, and start collecting the pictures for the vision board for these 9 points. And this week, we will write about finance dimension. Okay, finance. When it comes to finance, it has our childhood or our parents might have made a huge influence about our finance mindset. Okay, for me, my dad was, I mean, we were from a very normal background, and my dad made it a point that whatever I am earning, you should be spending within that, and you should live a contented life, and you should only fit inside that. You and he gave us everything what we needed. It's not that he denied anything. He gave us everything, education, shelter, or like everything was taken care. But it was all like in a shrink mode, and especially the thought process about mind was whatever you have you should be happy, and it helped till some point. But when there are so many desires in your mind, you want to expand, you want to do more things. That's where this thought that is staying in our mind and the mindset and what we really want, it started changing there. So if you all have that mindset of money is evil, money is not everything. Money is not going to be the only solution for all the problems. Money will just not make you happy. Okay? Try to change those beliefs. Okay? Don't don't keep such negative vibe about the money. You might have seen some rich people who are very greedy, who are very rude. So that might have made you think all richness, when people become rich, they might become very rude and greedy. It's not like that. Feeling rich is mindset. Okay. So I know a person who have crores in their bank, but when there is a need for donation, they will give like 2000 or 5000, and they make sure that their names are coming everywhere because they have made that donation. But I know another person, he only had 1 lakh in his account. All he had was 1 lakh. And he just kept only 1000 rupees for him, and he gave entire money for donation. You will not believe me. This really happened. So it is a mindset. Who is rich here? Feeling rich is mindset. Okay. It's not about really having money in your account or not. It is the mindset. So start thinking about your mindset, and in finance dimension, write exactly how much money you want to see in your account. Go wild. Whatever is that number you want in your account, make it 10 times bigger. Multiply it by 10. Your mind should expand. Your asks should expand. Why you need so much money? Because money is an energy. Think about money as an energy. So I'm not telling money will always bring you happiness, but for your happiness, money is also a factor. That's what I'm telling. Money is a factor, health is a factor, relationship is a factor. All our other 7 dimensions are also factors for our happiness, and so is money. It helps us to fulfill your desires. It helps us to fulfill others' desires around you, right? And especially you can attend such classes, right? When even the classes are becoming more expensive, you want to attend more classes, you need that money. You want to eat healthy, organic, you need money, right? So start developing that bonding with money. Don't have any negative vibes with money. Okay. So in finance dimension, clearly write down how much money you want. Exactly write how much money you want, and what you're going to do with it. So I want you to first think about finance as fulfill all your needs, your desires. After that, you write on how much you want to give. For giving, you want lot of money, right? You might want to give as material, you might want to give it as knowledge, time, or whatever. The social dimension, whatever you want to give to the society, you need a lot of money, and you need money to fulfill your desires. How much you want, so in your list, you write how much you want to spend for yourself, for your family, for your parents, for your relatives, your friends, how much you want to donate, how much you want to spend for the society, how much you want to invest for the future. Think think clearly about the finance dimension. Now, when you do this, there is a trap. Mind will tell you how it's going to happen. How can I even think about such big money? And when it's going to happen. So, as I always say, ignore the how and when part. Even I don't know when it's going to happen, but at least if you know what and why, write out what you want and why you want. Just having this clarity, it means that you have already reached 50% of it. And there is so much joy in giving. Right now, whenever you declutter, when you started giving what you have, you might have felt the joy of giving. So, same with money. The money is not just to hold with you, not to just hold to you for the rest of the life. It is to give. So, think about it. I want to close with one practice about money. This I learned from this one person that I follow. He's a founder of Mind Valley. That is a company in Malaysia and other places of other places also. So he has these beautiful video contents. In one of it about money, he teaches something called arigato. I'll write it in the chat box. You can do some research on that. So what that arigato means is every time you open your wallet, you take 10 rupees, even 10 rupees, and you pay for somebody. Maybe you're buying some flower or something. Even when you give 10 rupees, you make a prayer in your mind that this rupee, whatever I'm giving, is going to the person and blessing his or her life. The money that I'm giving is actually blessing them. Let them get blessed. And I thank you. You tell this to the universe, and I am receiving it back multifolds. I am blessed to receive it multifolds. Or even if it is GPay, even if it is very less money or a huge money, even if it is a bill that you are paying, every single transaction you will start doing arigato. If I can find that short video, I will send it in the group. But arigato is the practice. Now, suppose you are paying your kids' school fees. How you should be praying is, okay, I'm paying the money. Let that institution really flourish and make many kids study, and my son gets the best out of it. Right? And because of this blessing, I am being blessed with multifolds of the money. So, like that, you make your own prayer. I'm just giving you a sample. And if possible, I'll share that arigato video. So, if you start paying that way, if you start spending your money that way, you'll have that smile. Every time you spend something, you're actually blessing that person, whomever you're paying, and you're blessing them that their problem or their life gets better with that money. You might be thinking, how it will get better with the 10 rupees? Don't worry about that, okay? Don't worry about the denomination. Just bless. Bless and give, and you bless yourself that you're getting it multifold. Okay, that's all I had.
For money, you used to add this point, like before sending, first of all, thank you for that money that I'm having. Then we bless them, then we bless. Like it should be.
Yeah, so the money goes to a person. You think in your mind and bless in your mind that this money reaches them and helps them to be happier, okay, than whatever they are now. Or சாதாரணமா சொல்றேன், just you make the blessing and then bless yourself that, okay, I am getting multifolds of this money. I'm having this money every time, like whenever I need, I have money to spend. அந்த மாதிரி you bless yourself. Okay. All I had. Okay, so we have how much time left? 4 minutes left in this session. Okay, we will stop recording. Now we'll disconnect and connect back. Okay.